This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday evening. I'm James Spann. Hot summer weather's the story through the weekend. The hottest stretch of days so far this summer. And the tropics getting somewhat active. Some mischief going on there. We'll take a look at that and much more. We'll start with some of the Skycam shots around the network today. This is a look at the view coming from Tuscaloosa. The sky there mostly sunny. Down in Dallas County, that's the Skycam overlooking the Alabama River at Selma. Good deal of sunshine there. And a bright sunny day on the Alabama Gulf Coast. Got a beach trip coming up. No problems there. Sunny days, fair nights. Through the weekend, only very isolated storms. You can see the ridge beginning to build across the deep south. That will continue to strengthen and expand in here in coming days. Still a few scattered storms out there today. That was the radar at 234. Storms are drifting to the southeast. The one that's around Chehaw State Park on that image produced a wet microburst at Oxford earlier today with some trees and power lines blown down there. Temperatures about where they should be for late August, mostly low 90s. Anniston cooler because of that storm that came through. They've got 85, Birmingham at 91. Again, we're projecting mid to upper 90s every day beginning tomorrow through the weekend. And around the nation, you can see the heat building across the southern plains. Some folks out there in the upper 90s. And again, it's just going to be hot for a while. But then again, this is August in Alabama. We've got a number of heat advisories across the southeast United States. We'll probably see more of those in coming days. Severe weather possibilities. There's a slight risk up north. And actually, there is a new severe thunderstorm watch just posted for parts of middle and eastern Tennessee and eastern Kentucky for the evening, with big storms that have formed there. And then tomorrow, just a low 5% possibility on top of the heat bubble well to the north of here. Here's the rain for the next 5 days. Not much, especially for West Alabama. And every day there could be a few storms out there like today, but they will be very widely spaced, widespread rain not expected. This is valid through Monday morning of next week. All right, tropical fans. A lot of questions on this. A lot of good information, a lot of bad information floating around. The tropical disturbance in the Atlantic has a 50-50 chance of becoming a depression within 48 hours based on this graphic coming off the NHC. This thing is still disorganized. The Hurricane Center is going to put a hurricane hunter down there tomorrow to take a closer look at it. But when the things are disorganized like this, it's hard to initiate the models. It really is. I mean, but speaking of that, we'll look at them anyway. This is the 18Z set, and they've clearly shifted to the right on this batch, with the models coming really very close to the northern coast of Hispaniola and then curving up into the Atlantic east of Florida. But this could change again. I mean, nobody knows. You know, all these people that are posting these landfall projections next week, it's totally bogus. Nobody knows. That's a scam if somebody's doing that. But that's the way it looks on this run. Here's a look at the ensembles, and the average, again, recurves just off the Atlantic coast. Got a few members want to bring it to the Gulf. Some recurve it well to the east of the United States. We just don't know yet. Intensity guidance. Most of the intensity models ramp it up to a tropical storm. Some bring it up to a hurricane. But again, the interaction with Hispaniola will play a big role in this, and we just don't know that at this point. But just something to watch. If you've got a beach trip for the Labor Day weekend, no need to panic. This might be 1,200 miles from where you're going. So we'll have a much better idea, of course, as the thing gets closer. We'll check the modeling, the GFS, and again, we'll look at the global model positioning on that invest here in just a minute, and that's very interesting. This is tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars, the 12Z run, 594 heat over Mobile and New Orleans, as hot as the firecracker. And down below that, just a hot, mostly dry day. That's a high-res NAM showing basically nothing. Highs mid to upper 90s. The NAM is at 97. The GFS is at 98. Friday, pretty much the same deal. Chance of any one spot getting a storm, only about 1 in 10. Highs in the upper 90s. That'll be a hot night for high school football games to kick off the season. Really no change on Saturday. Highs upper 90s, lots of sun, and Sunday, same deal. Could there be a storm? Yes, but again, they'll be widely spaced. We stress the chance of rain is not zero, but most of you will stay dry, mid to upper 90s. Now, Monday of next week, nice trough moving into the western states, and that's going to beat down the heat a little bit. The heights are coming down. Down below that, moisture increases. There could be a few scattered storms Monday. The high would be back around 90. And we note the tropical system on the northern coast of Cuba, and this is Tuesday of next week. We're still relatively dry. That tropical system is near Miami. And again, if you live in Miami, there's no need to panic. It could be 1,000 miles from there. That's just one model run. This is Wednesday. The thing is near Tampa Bay, a week from today. So, once again, it's just a wait and see kind of thing on that. Let's look at the GFS Saturday, August 30th. This is when the Labor Day weekend begins, and it's got the thing moving off the Atlantic coast, off the coast of the Carolinas. So this run of the GFS brings it up toward Miami and then Tampa Bay, then it hooks northeast with no impact here. We're on the dry side. And again, this is pure voodoo. This could be radically wrong. We'll check the European. Now, this is the middle of next week. This is like Wednesday. It's got a system, and I'm not so sure it's the one we're watching. Whatever, it's got some type of tropical system well east of Chesapeake Bay in the Atlantic. And here's the Canadian. This is Thursday, August 28th. It's got a powerhouse system, again, well east of Chesapeake Bay, kind of similar to the European. So clearly the global models, the tropical models have shifted to the right with suggesting no real threat to the Gulf. But again, that could change. Nobody knows. It's just too early. The thing is not organized. Once we get a center, it's developed, we'll have much higher confidence in the ultimate destination of this thing. Check the end of the forecast, September 5th. Looks like some type of upper low over the Carolinas, and if that's right, we would be dry with pretty comfortable temperatures. Just look at the numbers off the ensembles. You can see the hottest weather over the next 5 days. The numbers trend downward, highs going back in the 80s by the end of the month and the first few days of September, and that sounds pretty good. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.